Welcome to Behind the Smoke Podcast, Barbecue War Stories. My name is Sean Walchef with Cali Comfort Barbecue. We are recording episode number 97, Above the Butcher Shop, with my man Derek Marceau from Valley Farm Market. What up, D?
Not much. Had a good weekend. Had the kids' first T-ball, so that was pretty exciting. Having both my boys on the same team for T-ball was pretty cool. Watching them run around and getting to coach my best friend's kids too. It was a pretty cool day, opening day. The previous week got rained out. For all you guys listening, San Diego's had a ton of horrible weather for the past 2 months. It's been raining a lot. And, not a lot for most people, but for Southern California people, it's been raining a lot. So I'm happy to have some sunshine coming up. And, we're just happy that people are going to start barbecuing again, because with this rain, people don't fucking barbecue at all. It sucks.
Absolutely. We've had more rain this year in 2019 than we did in all of last year, which is kind of nuts for us. But everything is green, which is kind of cool. And today we have another repeat guest. You only get an invite again if you're a badass. And today's guest is a certain badass. Corbin O'Reilly, Corbin's Q. He's been on the podcast before. I re-listened to the episode. We've come a long way, all of us, I think, since then, which is kind of the cool thing about podcasting. You can see where we were at that time. And you have a barbecue restaurant that, on the last time you were on the podcast, you were just about to get open. You were actually in your soft opening. And here you are again. You've participated in Spring Valley Tailgate and Barbecue Festival twice now.
Yes, sir.
And also Del Mar Barbecue Championship. We're grateful for that. You also brought a couple of your team members, Sam, who's doing the digital marketing. Shout out to Sam over there. And Josh, who's doing your catering. Josh actually was a part of Maynard's Barbecue, set up right next to you at SV Barbecue Fest, and now he's doing your catering. Look how the world works.
It's all good people. Got to surround ourselves with them, and hats off to you guys.
Oh, come on. You're the guy with the cold cock whiskey. Second time you brought whiskey to the podcast.
Well, got to wake up somehow. So, but yeah, I even wore pants this time too. So
we appreciate
double,
that.
Double positive for us. Absolutely. So talk to us, man. So you started your restaurant. Is it what you expected?
Wow. I think to recap a bit too, not only did I start a restaurant, I also started kind of a national beer truck company at the same time too.
Right. So
you're kind of crazy if you open start a business, and then I guess you're really crazy if you start going two at the same time.
Right.
But yeah, it's been different, this whole restaurant life. What a wild industry. It's definitely, broke me in some certain ways. But I mean, you can only build up. Right. And having that focus, that determination is definitely something that I got to carry every day.
So farmers markets were your gig. That's what you did. That's what you loved. Being with the people, giving them good food, and then did a lot of catering. Going to the restaurant, I think a lot of people make really, really good barbecue. Then they go to the restaurant, and it's hard to scale it, right? It's hard to make sure that it's good all the time, and then that you keep it warm, and you keep it, consistent all the time. What have you found were some of your biggest or hardest things that you've had to overcome?
Ooh, the hard part is staff. Staff is definitely been pretty interesting. Getting those guys all dialed in. A lot of other planning. Just getting all those different details has just been quite the headache.
What kind of issues with staff? I mean, are we talking about finding quality talent, like hiring, or training, or all of it,
or too much staff and keeping payroll too high, or
all the above?
Yeah,
that's why the hair just keeps growing.
How many staff at the restaurant?
I think at one point we got up to 20. Now we're down to 15.
Okay.
We're getting closer to 20 again too, but a lot more part-time, and we have the youngest crew we've ever had so far.
Okay.
But yet morale has
young, meaning 16 with a work permit, or over 18?
Mostly over 18.
Mostly over 18.
So
because we'll hire we'll hire 16-year-olds. Some of the best workers we've ever had have been 16, 17-year-olds.
Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. Some that really show that maturity too, and then keeping them on that path is kind of interesting.
Huge.
Too. So it's fun. But yeah, furthermore, taking that staff to the training level. I mean, now I have the entire salad cooler is just photos of all of our food so that
Yes.
we can serve our food
The same way?
Yeah, really, it's about making that like staff not have to think about as much stuff. Because
Yes.
if it was just you, if it was just me, if it was just Derek, like our barbecue would go out the same perfect way every time. But we can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times people don't understand too. What I try to express to my employees is, if you wouldn't eat it, don't put it out. If you're not going to take pride in what it looks like and how how it tastes, don't put it out. And you're probably not going to work for me for much longer. It's really, really important to make sure that we're consistent. And like you said, you're a visual person. I am too. So having those pictures up there, like this is what it looks like. This is how it should go out every single time. So that's pretty cool that you're doing that for your employees and making sure that they're consistent. Having a young staff is probably pretty hard. We've had a lot of young employees here ourselves, and Sean alluded to the younger 16 and up. One of my coolest little employees right now, Bubba, the kid's rad. He's 16, had to get a work permit and stuff, but the kid grinds, and it's like, I can't wait to see what he does next. I probably won't be able to hold on to him, right? Because he's going to go out, he's going to go to college, he's going to go do his thing. But it's kind of cool to be a part of their lives. And kids that show that work ethic is who we want to be a part of. We want to be a part of it. Like, I want to be a part of his life. He loves fishing. I want to take him fishing. I want to do stuff with him to kind of give him that outlet for those things. It's pretty cool.
You're not as much talking about, giving someone a job. You're
Right.
talking about providing. And at a certain point as an entrepreneur, you become a provider for people. Whether you're providing for your family, it's kind of a separate thing, but then you're providing for other families. And that's very deep stuff.
Right.
And if that's not getting you out of bed, then what will?
I literally say that all the time to myself. I work for my employees, and I literally have, when I come to work, the reason why I work so hard, the reason why I'm here all the time is because they count on me. And I need to provide for them. And that weighs on me all the time. And I want to do the best I can. I want to be the best Derek I can be for my team. And it's really, really important as an entrepreneur to make sure you do that.
That Bubba guy, years from now, hey, maybe he's starting his own boat.
Right.
And he's giving you that call.
Yep.
Getting more advice from you and stuff.
So
That's
you
providing.
do Corbin's Q. You guys are by San Diego State doing the restaurant, and then you think, hey, I got this idea with some trucks, and I can put beer in these trucks, and you start a new company at the same time. Talk about that. What made you want to do it? Did you? Obviously, you probably had a fond liking for beer and wanted to be in that industry. So what made you? How'd you even come up with that tap truck and all that fun stuff? Because it's a genius idea. I didn't think it would ever be legal, but it's rad. Really, really cool.
Yeah, it's one of a kind tap truck, and just how much the brand has exploded is just powerful stuff. We started off originally here in San Diego, and then we started licensing a lot of licensees. We're in talks, actually, international talks currently,
Really?
too.
That's awesome.
So shout out to good old France right there.
Yeah.
Got some dudes in
Closing deals in France and England.
piece by piece.
I
you
love
know,
it.
It's all about finding like the right people and the right people we want to trust and using the brand.
For sure.
Currently, we're at 15 licensees.
Wow.
I knew at one point this show would get to this point. Hopefully, the whiskey bottle doesn't take care of it. We have Tap Truck New England, Tap Truck North Carolina, Tap Truck Buffalo, Tap Truck New Orleans, Tap Truck Savannah. We have Tap Truck Houston, Tap Truck San Antonio, Tap Truck Arizona, Tap Truck. Now California's where it gets fun.
Yeah.
We have San Diego. We also run Orange OC ourselves. We have Inland Empire, San Gabriel Valley. We have Tap Truck LA, Tap Truck Slow, Tap Truck SenCal out of Fresno, Tap Truck Central Valley out of Turlock, and Tap Truck NorCal out of Sacramento.
Wow, good for you, man.
And that's all the public stuff.
That's rad. I had no idea you guys had expanded that far.
Simple.
So are those all individual licensees, or are those all individual franchises? So like the business owner contacts you to buy a license?
Yeah, so we're going the license route because one thing is we didn't want to go the franchise road because ABC laws change so much, sometimes by the county. More
Well,
often
sure,
than
you're
not by
talking
the
international too. So
yeah. So however we can help them get to our San Diego level and get to our like numbers. It's all about coaching the family, pushing, wherever they need help at. Some of them have awesome marketing backgrounds and they know how to run that and be selling at that point.
So they're using Tap Truck with the location, so they own like that area, the license for that area?
License to use the brand in that area.
Okay.
And with that comes like a lot of benefits. Their success is our success. It's all about, we have a big playbook for them, and they have our constant support, whether
That's
it be
awesome.
about like beer systems to how to have like the conversation with them.
So
with some
somebody
big
listening
clients.
to this podcast, if they do barbecue and they want to start a Tap Truck, they can contact you?
Good old taptruckusa.com.
Boom. Look at that.
And
Okay,
yeah, they'll,
so before we go further, explain Tap Truck.
so it's beer trucks.
Okay.
But beer trucks can be so much more than that. And it's called the Tap Truck because I've tapped hot chocolate. I've tapped we can
Hot
tap
cider?
margarita mix. Yeah, hot cider. I did that for December nights
Have
here
you
in
topped
San
whiskey?
Diego. We can.
December nights? You
I'm
did
not
December
sick,
nights?
Sean. I'm not sick.
You did December nights?
December nights.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, we did hot chocolate, and we also did hot chocolate, hot cider. We
Rad.
also did cold brew coffee.
Did you do barbecue at December nights?
Yeah, we did.
Really? You're a madman.
Yeah.
December nights is nuts.
Well, that's another story we should loop back.
December nights, for those of you listening, it's a festival that they put on in Balboa Park, which is this huge, incredible park in the central San Diego. And right before Christmas, a weekend before, they do 2 nights, a Friday night and a Saturday night, where they essentially, it's turned into a food festival, beer festival, wine festival, just kind of a celebration. And it's turned into, I mean, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of people that are up there. It's
How
just-
long have you been a part of it, Sean? Because you live
I've-
right up there, so,
So
you
yeah,
get to
we
see the
walk.
whole thing,
So
right?
we walk since I moved into Bankers Hill in 2006. We've been going every year up to it, to the point where now we'll go before the event starts because there's so many.
So
It's like you feel like, if you've ever want to feel like a salmon, like go to that event, because that's how salmon swim upstream, salmon swim downstream, and it's like, it is unbelievably nuts. And all the vendors there, I mean, I don't know how the health department gets away with checking all those vendors, because it's next to impossible. But the ones that are killing it, the Tarantinos, they're set up there, they're crush it.
Bernadette.
Yeah, Bernadette. But it's very impressive.
I
It's an
know
impressive festival.
that I made the mistake one time. My dad bought a house in Point Loma, and it's down there. We went there for the 4th of July to watch fireworks. It's probably close to the same amount of capacity. There's a ton of people down there. Leaving Point Loma to get out of there took me 2 hours just to get to the freeway, which is, I don't know, what do you say? A mile and a half? 2 miles?
2 miles.
2 miles took me 2 hours to get out of that place, and that's where that December lights is and stuff. And it's cool though. It's cool for the community. It's cool for people. Uber's probably your best bet to do.
Uber's
down
definitely the best bet. But what I love about Corbin is that he finds opportunities. I had no idea you were even there. If you were, I would have gone there and requested you to sing on Behind the Smoke or something cool. But like the fact that you're there, you see opportunity, and that's how you've grown your business from a farmer's market to now that you're doing vending, but it turned into a restaurant. And Tap Truck, back to what we were talking about. I mean, how did you get into Balboa Park to December nights?
Talking to the boss lady up there, and obviously we're a different experience, and they put us right next to like a stage. It was awesome.
Yeah.
That's got to be
And
great.
we hit some awesome numbers, not even selling beer or wine, but just selling like hot chocolate, and that was really cool. Lots of great exposure at that, because how many people come down to
Hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Like literally hundreds of thousands.
They always say like 250,000.
Quarter of a million. I'd be surprised if it wasn't 500,000 people. It's to the point where we'll if we go, Rosie and my son and I will go an hour before, and literally be out like right when the thing starts, because it's so nuts.
So there's got to be a ton of synergy with both your businesses, right? Doing the catering, going having big events, and then you're like, hey, and by the way, if you guys are going to have beer, I got this cool company. You guys can get this beer from me. How often does that happen where you guys are doing a catering and let them know about Tap Truck, and you guys get to do, in a sense, double dip on that stuff?
Quite a bit. We get to get out there and do that. I'm more of a subtle guy, so I'm not
You?
like
You're
well,
so
when it
subtle,
comes
guy. It's weird. You're subtle and you're not subtle.
I know.
when it comes to like ups like sales like that, dude. It's on Tap Truck's on Corbin's Q website. Like if you want it, like go right for it. But no, I don't really try to like hustle that stuff. So if you're looking for a great experience, the good clients will find both and get both. Of course, like venue permitting, like say you have a wedding out in Ramona, of course barbecue works great at that, and like a beer truck works great too. But then say you're downtown and it's the third story. Hey, tap truck might not make it up there.
Gotcha. So, if I want to get tap truck, what does that mean? I get 6 beers on tap. I get 10 beers on tap. What am I paying for? Am I paying per person? How does it work?
So different licensees will actually quote different ways. But yeah, for San Diego here, we do more of a per person type of thing. Our miles that we're traveling, how many hours you might be having the truck and stuff like that. A big client of ours is a shout out to Omni Resort.
Really?
Up the coast there. And
Omni Resort, La Costa?
yeah, and they'll sell to some different...
It's a 5-star resort.
Yeah, I forget the different like companies I can't name because they have assigned some things every now and then. But yeah, like some companies that maybe start with like a G and a couple double O's.
Nice.
Those and
Alphabet.
So that is a hotel, and they have their permits and they have all their ABC stuff. So when we pull up, we'll just bring the truck and we'll connect their kegs. We're just doing a simple truck rental, which is awesome because it's getting plugged in. We're getting paid for like taking gas up.
That's rad.
But then
But it's the experience of having the actual tap truck.
Yeah.
Like, it's not fucking cool to go inside the lobby of even doesn't matter how fancy the resort is, they can bring the event outside and create an experience. I think that makes a lot of sense.
And poolside, the 9th hole side, wherever you need the tap truck, as long as we can fit a vehicle in there, perfect stuff.
And you staff it, or do they staff it?
Now, in that case, because it's their ABC permit, they have their staff staffing it, which is awesome.
It's way better.
And then, the other cases where we actually pull permits and you pick whatever beer, wine, cider your heart desires, Sean, and we show up for your lovely, what is it, 35th birthday this year? Coming
Mine?
up? Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm going on like 55.
Oh. You could have said yes.
I could have said yes. I should have said yes.
But then, you pick your favorite stuff, and we'll show up and make sure it's all set. And another thing, too, you're kind of... Some people might see the bill and be like, whoa, like, this is a bit of money. Like, I could just go get a keg. Well, perfect. Go get your keg. Understand that you have that liquor liability on you now.
Correct.
In case one of your guests or a guest of your guest trips in your,
I mean, it's not a fraternity and it's not a high school kegger. It's like, if you want to actually put on a legitimate event, you come in and you're going to help them legitimize the event.
I don't know too much about it, but what it sounds like to me is it's more of an experience. Because you can go get kegs and then you're over there fucking on a trash can with ice and pumping this pump and pouring it. And it's like, that's not too cool. But if I have 6 different options right there and I get to try all these different beers and everyone's kind of standing there talking about it. And it's not just some, truck. It's like a rad old truck. And that's another conversation piece, right? So it's all these things. And it's like people get to talk about that stuff. And it differentiates you from another party. Like, man, that was a rad party. We had 6 beers on tap. We had whatever we wanted. And we were all over there, shooting the shit, talking about beers. So that's a cool thing.
If you're a fan of, craft beer, if you're a fan of vintage Americana, or if you're a fan of classic cars, you're going to be a fan of Tap Truck. And having that at your biggest day, or having that at just a simple celebration, why not?
That's rad. That's super cool. How do you pick? Do they pick the classic truck, the classic car?
For some areas, yeah. Like Tap Truck SD right now, we have 4 trucks, and so you can kind of pick one as long as it doesn't, as long as it's not already booked.
Wow.
But we have some different colors, different styles.
But the licensee, when do they buy the truck from you with all the taps and everything? How does that work?
I'm a pretty cool guy, and no, we don't require our licensees to buy trucks through us. They can save $1 and work on trucks themselves, or shoot, they can fly on into town and drive off with a 57 that we're getting painted right now, fresh off our assembly line.
Okay.
And there's just like so many benefits to like both scenarios too. Like this 57, once we're done with it, we're gonna photograph it up, make it look all sexy. And for you to like fly into town, get a turnkey type of business, and take a truck back, that I mean, how often in business do you get to invest into an appreciating asset? That's what an old vehicle is.
Yeah. Well, especially if it's a business.
Yeah, why wouldn't you make them do that? Just curious, because, I mean, I know that's a big overhead for you guys to carry, 8 different varieties or something that they can choose from. But that way you have quality control. Do you ever get scared that the person in New England is going to do some janky-ass car and not do it right, and the refrigeration isn't right, and the glycol system or whatever system you guys are using isn't right, and they're pouring, and it's foamy beer, and it's, quality control would be a little bit more if you sold them? You guys don't want that, or you just kind of want them to have more liberty to do what they want?
We like giving them the liberty, but also it's all within our means. Like a different type of licensee is definitely going to fly into town and roll out with a truck.
Right.
Different kind of licensee, maybe a little more hesitant, maybe younger, and not be able to afford that extra buck for something turnkey. And it's just about
What kind of capital investment do they need to make to get in?
on the low side. Anywhere from like 50 to like 70K is usually
Awesome.
what you're like looking at. So
That's great.
yeah,
That's
it's pretty
amazing.
friendly.
Well, it's very friendly.
Well, the crazy thing too is our website. Like, shout out to Sammy and the rest of our team too. But like the amount of hits we get, like I'm getting hits in like places we can't even like fulfill.
Yeah.
We got hit in Johannesburg.
Rad.
You know where that is, Derek?
No.
South Africa.
Nice.
Yeah, it's amazing.
We just got one.
We
in,
should
like,
go there.
England
If
the
you need
other day,
help,
too.
I'll go with you.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
To the moon. We're driving the whole way. But we're getting hit like around the world, Australia, England, like 4 events. So whatever we're doing with SEO and stuff, I mean,
That's
if you're
rad.
out there listening, serious about this stuff, like the way we push ourselves, as we're just some young 28-year-olds, like we are taking this company to the next level.
That's
So-
rad. Good
but-
for you. You're building a reverse funnel. You're finding ways to optimize your website so that people find you. And you also do it on social, which is great.
Wherever you're at out there, Google beer truck and let me know who pops up first.
That's rad.
Good for you.
Good job, Sammy.
Good job, Sammy.
Well, I mean, that's the coolest thing is that it's not significant amount of investment to get your feet off the ground. I mean, literally, it's probably cheaper than starting a catering business, depending on what kind of scale of catering you wanted to do.
Well, what's your ROI on that? What do you expect people to think they can get their investment back in a year or two? Or
Yeah,
what
something
they-
along those lines. Pretty
Yeah.
good. It's all just like most investments. You get out what you put in.
Sure.
So I'd rather not get into like the exact numbers. We can all sign NDAs and everyone listening out there.
Right.
NDAs.
But yeah, we're hitting some impressive numbers here, and
That's
it's
fantastic,
exciting.
man.
Wow, you got some pretty shoes on, so I guess you guys are doing real.
Well,
Those are snazzy.
I wore my pants today.
Yeah, I like it. Well, that's awesome, man. I'm happy for you. Have you guys ever had to like turn anybody down that's wanted to come at you with the, idea or be a licensee, or are you guys pretty much taking whoever you want?
Yeah, we usually start things off with a questionnaire, kind of run through things. They get a feel for us, we get a feel for them, and yeah, there's definitely been some interesting cats out there.
Who do you think's been the most successful out of your licensees? Like, is it somebody that's owned a business before, first time business, maybe have a catering background, an event planning background, marketing?
Tap Truck Houston has a marketing background, and that gal knows how to get out there, and she's crushing it, and I can just tell she has the right attitude. Yeah, we have some. We also have.
So
some
her
with
social handle's at Tap Truck Houston _ or something like that.
Tap Truck Houston.
Rad.
Just that
That's
easy.
rad.
We have some other ones too that have like one runs a booze cruise out in Raleigh, and so they have like a lot of
Booze
connection.
cruise?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then another one in Arizona, they actually have a bartending staffing company. So they saw Tap Truck, started talking to us for a couple months, and we're like, dude, like, we like where you guys are going.
That makes a lot of sense.
So
Staffing company for, you're already doing events.
Now they have 2 businesses,
Yeah.
kind of like the farmers markets and the catering and a restaurant too. Like the stuff's going hand in hand.
Sure.
And you're able to again like cross.
Cross-utilize staff, you're at an event that's already a warm lead for Tap Truck.
How often are people wanting you to do the tap truck and then put in something for kids? like the chocolate or the hot chocolate or a cider or something like that? Do people ask for that very often?
Root beer floats.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a bit. Just really depends on the event. And again, like we kind of go back to weddings or we go back to like corporate events. But dude, we've also like done some festivals, done some tailgates too, and just handled like that simple soft drink stuff. Again, it's not the beer truck company, it's the tap truck company. So
Right.
anything in liquid form, let's tap it, baby.
That's awesome. I'm actually thinking about it too, just because we throw a lot of parties at my house, right? And I'm always getting the coolers full and all the beer and the leftover beer and getting all the kids and all their little drinks and their Capri Suns and this and that, and making sure that everyone's stocked. Where it's like, dude, I can just call Corbin up and be like, give me 3 different beers and give me 2 kid drinks, and we'll be good. And then we don't have to worry about anything else. It's per person, and I don't have to worry about the waste and how much beer I have left over. If I didn't get enough beer or whatever, I can yell at you about that.
100%.
Yeah.
And then you're not worried about, in case any like liquor liability type of stuff too.
Right.
So
That's actually pretty cool. I'll be calling you. I think we got one in May.
we're just going to leave one parked up at your place.
There you go.
And I'm going to live out of the back of it too, if you don't mind.
I'm in. We got plenty of property, man. We got plenty of property. You can come on in and do it.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you brought us some sauces today. So I know you guys are kind of changing up your sauces a little bit at Corbin's Q. Can you talk to us about them? I really like the smell of this one.
Ooh, the mustard base. Yeah, so we're just recreating our sauces from scratch, and we have our sweet one. We're trying to really mimic our sweet one.
Is it
And
frowned upon if I take a shot of that?
actually, I already did earlier, so you're good there.
That is good.
And then we have our sweet, our spicy, and then this mustard one was just kind of a little, for a bit of fun. And we're talking to a guy who can make it from scratch for us.
So let's
And
talk about that.
that's our next move. Something.
Bottling sauce. I know you reached out to us, and I told you what kind of a pain in the ass we had. Our experience, how difficult it is.
It's not much fun, but yeah. I was gonna try to do it
It's
ourselves.
not much fun. No, it's not much fun. The sauce business, you have to be bold. You've got to be very bold.
Yeah, I just see like it'd be nice to have something without an expiration date, and it'd be nice to have something. Yeah, expiration date meaning like barbecue. Like
Yeah.
we have to sell what we make that day.
Correct.
So here's another like revenue generator, and people have always asked for us to bottle it. So
Sure.
why the heck not?
Absolutely. And you got a store that you can sell it at, because you're more than welcome to bring it in, and we'll sling it here at Valley Farm for you.
Dude, I'm so excited for the day that we get this with all of its ingredients, all the legalities there, and then my first stop will be here, so it's gonna be cool.
We sell more sauce than I ever thought we would sell, and a lot of it comes from people just sitting out here and tasting. So you come to the store, sit with a good job, dropping shit everywhere. But you come to the store, set up a table, a little barbecue chicken, or you can use crackers and sample the sauces. 50% of the people that try it buy it.
Really?
So if you're into 300 people, you're selling 150 bottles of sauce that day.
Now, you've seen some of my Instagram videos with
I
the
have.
no shirt and just the
Yes.
apron day. Is
In.
that thing?
You're in.
Wow.
You can do it.
There's no rules here.
No rules. No rules. And you can bring your cold cock. And I
Wow.
won't even be mad at you.
And
This
your
is
carrot.
great. And
Cold
my
cock and your
mattress.
carrot.
And my top truck. Perfect.
No, that's a good idea, though. I mean, as an entrepreneur, you're always trying to figure out ways to create more revenue, right? And having like you said, something that's a perishable, but has a code date for 6 months to a year is a lot easier to sell than something there has a expiration date of 1 day, because you don't want to reuse barbecue. So that'll be something else that you guys can do there. And
I think it'd be cool too to take one of these like Bubba type of guys and send him out trying to slang some of this stuff.
Yeah.
I'd rather kind of a smart movement I want to do is like just building some more like salesmen. Salesmen should pay for themselves versus someone that just is standing behind the counter or not doing as much.
Yeah.
So building the sales division around it, because that sauce will not expire, and then furthermore, it's not costing as much if it's sitting there.
For sure.
I know 2 things that have happened in the sauce business that I hear nightmares about. One is being too small to fill orders, and two is having those orders and overshooting how much you want to sell. So what happened to one of my buddies, phenomenal sauce, award-winning, blah, 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 right? Every accolade you can think of. Goes into Costco. They want it. They say, okay, here's what we want. Here's how many cases we want. Perfect. So he makes all the cases. They sell out. He goes, okay, you got to expand it. We want to roll you out in every Costco west of the Mississippi. It's like game on. Goes out, pulls out leases. He's into it for $1.5 to $2 million of all of his equipment. He's running it. They're doing good for the first 3 months. 3 months stops. Costco says, okay,
It's been nice.
we want it, but we want it for 75 cents cheaper a bottle. And he's like, well, that's where my profit is. And they're like, well, then, okay, we don't want it anymore. Well, now guess what? You have a lease on all this equipment, and you're in the hole $1 million to $1.5 million because Costco's now fucking you and not allowing you to do it. They're grab you by the dick and saying, give it to us for this, or we don't want it anymore. Then he had to say, okay, my sauce was great. I used great ingredients. Now I got to try to cut a corner to try to figure out how to make money. And then your sauce isn't as good anymore. So you kind of have to figure out where you want to be. Do you want to be big, or do you want to be just where you're at and have someone else? It's your recipe. Have someone else make it, and then just roll it out, throughout the community. You can make some money there.
After much thought, it's definitely that second one. Have someone else, do it, because that takes a lot of the burdens off my back. Not to mention, like, just rolling down to, like, just trying to work with the health department on this. Like, you walk into that place and it was
Did
like,
you say work with the health department?
yeah, it was
That
like,
even
hey,
happen?
like, what am I supposed to do
That doesn't
here?
happen.
Like, and they're just like, oh, like, you gotta, like, fill out, like, this stuff online. And
Well, half the time they don't know what you have to fill out. I
seriously,
mean, that's part of the issue. I mean, if you're listening to this podcast and you want to get into the sauce business, I highly recommend checking out our show notes. But we interviewed Dave Raymond at NBBQA and Deuce. Those guys, Sweet Baby Ray's, obviously everyone knows Sweet Baby Ray's, but the amount of golden nuggets that they told us about creating a sauce brand and a sauce business. We also had Sauce Goddess on, but part of it is reaching out to mentors, to people that have done it before. What has been your path of trying to find new information so that you don't have to go and make all these mistakes?
well, started off with a good friend, the Sean guy. He's all right in my book. You gave me a good guide there. I talked to some guys. I asked around to some other stuff, and then I'm finding a supplier who already does some orders with Vaughn's and Costco. So I feel comfortable with that guy. It's been a slow process, and me having to reshape my recipes to get the cost to where we want them.
Yeah.
Because there's some ingredients that costed a really pretty penny.
Sure.
And I don't know. First off, I don't know if people really
small batch versus scaling.
Yeah.
You've got to figure out, how is this going to work? Where's it going to be made? What's the production facility look like? And exactly what you said, how much is it going to cost to get this stuff in? If you're not going to do it, someone else is going to do it. Are they going to get the same ingredients that you're going to get?
So I trust this guy. I feel good with him, and we'll see how it plays out. All I hope is that people will see this good old brand, this good old mug, and go, hey, maybe I'll give that a try. And we have a funny little bio that I think kind of encompasses my story that will be on the bottle too.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So now that Corbin's Q has your face as the logo, does that mean that you can never shave your beard?
Well, that's
Did you never think of that?
I guess so. Man, you guys are putting me on the spot here. I think the nicest thing is I can shave this beard, and then only the close ones will know who I am
That
in
you
the
can go
stories.
incognito, Corbin?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it's part of the marketing, and it's all that. But beards grow back. It doesn't take too long for you to grow that beard. I don't imagine how long did it take. 8
This
months
is,
to get that long.
I got married, and I pretty much just let the body go. So no,
We
seriously.
appreciate your honesty.
I got married August 2015, and I've been growing this thing since October 2015.
How does your wife feel about it?
She feels poked by it at times. She's a super cool gal, very supportive
doing?
lady. I think she's gonna keep me around another week.
Good
Yeah.
for you.
So yeah, that's key right
That's
there.
a positive.
She's good. She's a school teacher, and this is her first year doing that, and been kind of a fun journey for her there too. At the same time, her husband was starting a restaurant, so
Right.
last year was definitely a risky business type of year. But you got to take leaps like this, and I guess I'm one of the sicker cats.
What's the growth plan for Tap Truck?
um,
Just keep going where you're going and go international and put out as many as you can out in the United States, or are you guys wanting to kind of control more? Are you wanting to be a part of it, or you're just letting it be licensed out and doing?
license out. There's definitely some demands in some different areas. So again, if you're out there listening to this or have a friend, like, dude, take a peek at taptruckusa.com, because it doesn't hurt to start the conversation. A lot of leads, a lot of money's out there right now, and be part of the movement.
So you have 4 trucks here.
Mm-hmm.
In a town like Houston, you said there's a lady there that's doing it.
Yeah.
What if someone else in Houston wanted to do it as well? With it being as big as it is, can it warrant another truck?
Yeah, absolutely. And Tiffany out there is already asking about another truck.
Nice.
But yeah, once an area is licensed, it's exclusive to that licensee
Okay.
too. So
Like, is there a square mileage? How does that even work?
we
Zip
we
code?
run it through an algorithm based on population and potential and the type of industry that might be there too.
Okay.
Whether it be like more wedding based, just fun stuff like that to kind of get to a breakdown to get the area sold to you.
That's good. That's good. I mean, I'd imagine there's going to be a lot of people out there wanting to do something like that. And it's, like we talked about earlier, it's not a ton of money to start up. And you can get your ROI back. And if you put in the work and you're doing an event every week and, do people...
I've made a lot of mistakes. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, we've made a lot of mistakes, and that's really like the value, because we're going to save our team, our family, like a lot of those headaches and mistakes that we've
Absolutely.
done.
Well, I mean, I think that's the most attractive part about it. Just thinking about our listeners and people that have reached out to us who have listened to this podcast is, they love barbecue or they love food, and they want to get into the catering business or possibly open up a restaurant or the event business. And this is a easy way to get in, to start understanding how all these special events work, and you can still work on your barbecue craft, but it helps you with all of the issues that you run into because you've already dealt with them.
Just about every headache we can have.
Just about every headache. Yeah, right.
But yeah, there's always a surprise. Always room for more.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we're able to work. You can do so much yourself. You do so much more as a team. So
tell us about the restaurant and the taps within the restaurant.
When you guys first visited me, we were just building that beer system, and it's kind of a feat of engineering. It's 101 feet draw
Jesus Christ.
Holy
to
shit.
the opposite end of the restaurant, and we built it all ourselves
Wow.
because we have the knowledge. Why not?
Right? That is not exciting. That's a long draw.
We have 12 beers on tap, and then we're about to hopefully expand our bar here shortly.
Really?
And
47?
a garage door to the outside.
Oh,
so
nice.
we have some people can just sit on El Cajon Boulevard drinking a beer, watching the riffraff go by.
Riff Raff.
Pretty similar to
We're
Spring
nice.
Valley.
Pretty similar to Troy Street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So do you ever link up with breweries to do any breweries want exclusive rights for the tap truck, or do you guys work out deals that way? How does that work?
That's more individualized.
Yeah.
We have deals that we work with here in San Diego, and that's what we coach our licensees up. We're not in talks with Coors or something.
Right.
Maybe someday.
Sure.
Maybe someday that can be lots of fun, but till that day, more of an individual type of coaching to.
And you have to go get your kegs. Obviously, they don't deliver them. You got to go pull up and.
Based on the license, here I have the restaurant, so everything gets delivered to the restaurant.
There you go.
And then it's kind of fun stuff making that ABC stuff come together here in California, but we did it.
You guys are booked out every week.
Yeah, Even like once even through this off season that we have, had a wedding last Saturday. It's
That's
easy.
rad.
Terrible weather. Just
Fill up and pour beer.
still making money.
Can you give our listeners a little bit of insight into tri-tip? Because we have a lot of people that listen all over the world and they love barbecue, but tri-tip's something that obviously we all here in California hold dear to our heart. But your background is something that excites us about the tri-tip story.
So whenever I get to hang out with you awesome guys and we're doing the barbecue festivals that you put on, Del Mar and Spring Valley, I'd serve only tri-tip and garlic bread usually. And that's because I'm from San Luis Obispo, which is really the heart of Santa Maria style barbecue up there. And it's what I grew up with, and I do it very traditionally over red oak with garlic-based seasonings. And I don't care. It's a little garlic salt, little garlic, and then good old pepper. Just that easy as I throw that over the grill. And then I do it a little differently from you smoker folks. I'm doing a nice sear, a nice grilling, searing somewhere in that area. And then once I'm feeling things to a certain point, I'm getting every side of it too. So you have it down one side, you may flip it over like a pancake, and then, hey, you're going to get like the edges of the pancake because this isn't flat like a pancake. You got some other like sides that you can make sure you sear everything in. And then from there, I can usually like take it and let it like smoke out. All the while, I usually am throwing a little wine on it, a certain type of wine I like.
Box wine?
It catches,
Preferably.
yeah, it catches smoke, gets out to that certain level, and I do a tri-tip in about 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
So that's some speedy stuff there. But that is how we do it here with Santa Maria style.
And you find a lot of success with that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
'Cause
their
it's
specialty.
incredible.
Well, thanks,
It's
Tiger.
fucking incredible.
I think I can do it blindfolded now.
I believe that. I totally believe that. What do you sell the most of at the restaurant?
Tri-tip or samplers. Because we're young, like a young restaurant, just a little over a year, everybody still rolls in there like kind of wide-eyed, and and you're like, all right, it's their first time like in here. And you're like, welcome. Like, I suggest you get a sampler. Like, there's, it's got everything on it just in case half the meat's terrible. There's probably still something good on there.
Yeah.
And they laugh and then they order it and they try it.
Yeah.
But
So
then,
getting them to laugh is part of the hospitality that you serve?
yeah, absolutely. I also have these wanted posters on the front of and it's like a lost dog, and it's got like my like logo on it.
Yeah.
And people roll through and they're like, hey, like, is that you on the door? And I go, no, it's my brother.
Yeah, you found me. You get the reward. You get some barbecue.
But yeah, tri-tip is just spot on. Tri-tip sandwich is like our next best seller. We make awesome baby back ribs, and then I'm doing those. Those are, again, about like that 30, 45 minute, more like grilling type of thing. And then I finish steaming them off in some apple juice. So a Santa Maria style grill, for those that might not know out there, it can raise and lower in height, and it is open grill. So you're really just only doing things on one side. It's one of the harder ways to barbecue. You get a lot of weather or wind, whatever's happening, or how you're cooking over the actual flame. All these factors vary in with how you're going to accomplish your barbecue well. So
So how do you train somebody else to do barbecue like you do?
just get out there and do it. Sear the beard a
Sear
little,
the beard?
Yeah, they gotta watch me do it like a bit and stuff like that. And then it's like crazy. Once you get to the level like that we're at, like I'll just like roll out into the dining room and be like, ooh, like something's just about to like burn right now. And you like you just like build this automatic clock. I'm 28 right now, but we ran the math like a couple months ago, and I'm probably at like 12,000 hours now, just in like my 5 years of like basically barbecuing every day.
And it started with the dream of just slanging barbecue at
La Jolla.
La Jolla. That was your first farmer's market?
Yeah.
Wow.
R.I.P.
What? All right. You don't do La Jolla anymore?
No more La Jolla. We just do 2 now.
Okay.
Markets here in San Diego can have some different market managers. you don't really need a degree to be a market manager.
Yeah.
And so there's some really successful ones, and there's some ones that have really like gone downhill. And so yeah,
Gone downhill because of why?
It's all about foot traffic and getting people in there, new fresh faces, and you know, they're supposed to market the market and do a good job there, as where you're supposed to show up and have some awesome food and an awesome experience for people. So when those factors don't all come together, then I don't know if I'll do this market as much anymore.
Good. I mean, to be able to cut down and do your restaurant, do your caterings, and then tap truck, I think you're pretty hooked up solid. So are you wanting to do any more restaurants, or are you good where you're at right now?
That's a good question. More along the personal lines. Yeah, like a lot of people go, hey, like, is it time you gonna do this type of stuff? Like, actually, to be frank, like, no, not at all.
Yeah.
Like, I have to build this thing like perfect. This
Right.
stuff has to be like, everything has to be dialed from front to the back, and until I reach that point, I'm a
Keep squeezing those lemons. That's what we always say. Everyone wants to have 10 lemon trees, but when they had one lemon tree, they didn't squeeze all the lemon juice out of it. So you just got to squeeze all that lemon juice out of that one and make sure it's running proficient and perfect, and then you can move on to another one.
Absolutely, and hats off to you and what you're doing. So excited for your shop coming up down there. And
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited. It's obviously there's some different things that come into play with things that I don't have control over, because I absolutely despise architects and lawyers and stuff. But it's coming together, and it's just part of the growth and making sure things are going. And I'm really excited to go serve that community.
fighting the good fight.
Always, always.
So
Absolutely.
anything coming up? Anything you want to promote? I mean, we'll put everything we talked about in the show notes, but you guys have anything on the agenda?
Tap truck out there. Barbecue sauces coming soon.
Yeah.
And then, if you haven't been by the shop, or you have some friends or family that haven't been by the shop, come check out Corbin's Q.
Awesome.
Look so forward to showing it off, and we almost have like a museum type of wall.
I love it.
Like it's got a lot of good old
It's got a
antiques
good
on it.
personality.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So our social shout out this week is going to go to Old Road BBQ, cooking up 100% wood smoked barbecue on Canada's East Coast. Local meat, independent beer, good people, small town, no shortcuts. Old Road Barbecue has been tagging us behind the smoke in his post, so we appreciate that. Canada, maybe he needs a tap truck. I don't think you have any tap trucks in Canada yet.
Not yet, baby.
Yeah. All right. Well, he'll reach out to you. We'll send out that behind the smoke mug. We appreciate you guys tuning into the podcast, and go check out Corbin's Q.
See ya.
Guys, thanks so much.